seen the places in which San Jose Timber Corporation had worked. And so in this context, I would like to present this excerpt of my pastoral letter. Just as the mountains of Las Navas are beginning to turn green and the Catubig River flow blue, the order of the Department of the Environment and Natural Resources, Secretary Michael Defensor, to lift the moratorium imposed 16 years ago against San Jose Timber Corporation came as a devastating blow to the people of Northern Samar. And our efforts to protect and conserve what remains of our natural patrimony after years of the wanton rape of its forest by the very corporation whose rights DNR is trying to uphold. We are greatly distressed that the justifications presented for the restitution of the rights of San Jose Timber Corporation hinged solely on legal argumentation. Nowhere did the DNR order consider, with even a passing thought, the humanitarian and ecological factors involved. If anybody's right have ever been trespassed and for which justice is required, it is none other than the very people who even today continue to suffer grievously from the criminal byproducts of large-scale logging. No legal justification can ever set straight the rapacious way San Jose Timber Corporation leveled the timberlands of Samar. The order to lift the moratorium is an order to ravage once more the forest and condemn our people, the Samarinos, to relive the untold tragedies and nightmares they thought were part of a past that will never return. How can we forget the heavy militarization during martial law days that the area around Las Navas was subjected to in order to ensure the protection of the mindless logging operation of San Jose Timber Corporation? How can we forget Sapod Massacre, where soldiers summarily executed innocent civilians in plain view of their own families? How can we forget the Great Flood of 1989 that inundated for about a week the whole Catubig Valley rice granary of the province, causing the loss of 100 human lives, destruction of 100 million worth of crops, leading to the imposition of the moratorium? This latent return of logging corporations amidst the looming entry of mining companies will absolutely threaten once more the survival of people and will spell environmental disasters for Samar Island. It will aggravate forest denudation and hasten the extinction of invaluable animal and plant life. It will beget rapid and irreversible ecological degradation at the expense of nature, to the detriment of creation's primary beneficiaries, the present and future generation of God's beloved people, and eventually deprive the rural poor of their livelihood and endanger the lives of all. Despite the much-touted promise of development and progress, logging and mining are nothing but curses to the rural poor. Whatever economic gains there may be cannot compensate for the depletion of scarce and sometimes irreplaceable natural resources that took nature many years to generate. If we may ask, to conclude, who ultimately benefits from the reckless exploitation, uncontrolled destruction, and wanton dissipation of our mineral and forest reserves, of what remains of them? Certainly not our poor and not the poor. Thank you.
I'm Leonardo de Grosso, 18 years Bishop of Urongan, and I have reaction to the Memorandum Order of DENR. The August 15, 2005 DENR Memorandum Order allowing logging activity again in the forest area of Samar struck me as something brazen. It makes a mockery of so serious a matter as of the executive act of the President, proclaiming to the whole world that a forest area is a protected area, and naming it a Samar Island Natural Park. The order is so abrupt and sudden that it creates an impression that it is up to something sneaky, that it is to give favor to the logging company at the expense of others, that it recognizes the prior right of San Jose Timber Corporation and disregards the more prior right of the Samareños who have the native right to their forests and their natural resources. The order is insensitive to the lives and properties of the people of Samar. Before the Memorandum of 1989, Samar was always threatened with flash floods, claiming lives and destroying houses, rice fields and other properties. The memorandum had given us a lull. Now, the Memorandum Order of DENR sets up again the Damocles sword on Samareños' throat. I would like to express my sincerest thanks to the media for bringing this message to our people